Having a practice specialty is a great way to build your advisory practice. You can go wide or you can go narrow, but by going narrow, you'll find that the opportunities come to you and the opportunities that you want come to you. So it may help for me to explain what I mean by a niche, because I think people have different explanations for it. To me, a niche is finding a group of people who share a common set of issues and challenges that you can solve. That's the starting point. You have to be able to find these people, and importantly, you want to enjoy working with them, right? That to me is a practice specialty. I came into financial advisory mid-career. I started my career in investment banking and then moved into private wealth management. By the time I joined Region Atlantic 12 years ago, I had several clients who were women and men on Wall Street. And what I found was when the '08 crisis hit, everybody, of course, was very concerned about their jobs and where were the next opportunities going to be. The women in particular were concerned about reinventing themselves over and over again. The key challenge for them is staying relevant in an ever-changing and male-dominated environment. So as I talked to my clients and others on Wall Street and connected the dots, I found that what the women really wanted was information, and they wanted to connect with their peers across the industry to further their networks. And I had this idea of, well, let's see how I can fill this gap of a thirst for information and for community. And I wanted to put together an event, invitation only, for high-level women on Wall Street, where it would be about them and us and our careers and our interest in not just succeeding, but thriving in this environment. So in 2010, I launched the first Region Atlantic Wall Street Women Forum, where it was all about reinventing yourself for the new Wall Street. And that's how this began. I've had conversations with well over 400 women and some men on Wall Street to learn what's on their minds, what are the challenges and the issues. So I am one of them. I've walked in their shoes, and from my conversations with well over 400 women and some men on Wall Street, I know what their pain points are, and I have an aspirin for them. So from there, we've built this wonderful community and series of events we call the Region Atlantic Wall Street Women Forum. A practice specialty doesn't come without challenges. If it were easy, everybody else would be doing it. And we've had lots of conversations at this wonderful conference, Invest in Women, about staying as a generalist or becoming a specialist. And to me, being a generalist in this industry is not going to be successful. You're just one of many. I would much rather see women in particular spend their time and energy focused on a particular niche. I was amazed at the time and energy that it takes to really get into the niche and become an expert in their issues. I was told it would take about 3 years to gain momentum, and actually year 3 was when the traction really built. So one of the challenges is also being willing to take a risk, right? So I've learned over many years that I need to trust my instincts. The times when I haven't is when I've realized in hindsight I made a less than optimal decision. I had a very strong feeling that I could draw on my Wall Street background and my connections and my ability to connect with this group of women to really offer them something that no one else was doing. And I needed to just get out of my comfort zone and say, hey, I can do this. So I think part of the challenge is to figure out the practice specialty, but then to execute it with confidence. It started in year 1 in 2010 when 100 high-level women on Wall Street showed up at my forum. So that was a real first milestone. That was very exciting, and I built on that. The second one was when several of the women there became clients, right? So how gratifying is that? I am in it to build business for Region Atlantic, as well as my passion for helping all of us continue to thrive. And the third thing is really the flywheel going externally as I distinguished myself and became an expert in their issues, but also internally. So I think it's a very iterative cycle, right? The success that I've had with the Wall Street Women Forum has helped me succeed more internally, which gives me the confidence and the ability to do even more for the forum and vice versa. So it's a cycle. So I get asked a lot what advice I give to women starting out professionally, and then maybe those who are already seasoned. One is taking risks, and one is building your network. So what do I mean by taking risks? We've talked a little bit about this in terms of developing a practice specialty, but it's know yourself and be yourself and trust your instincts. So if you really are passionate about something and you think you can make something of it to add value to your business, go for it, and don't be so concerned what everybody else says. At the end of the day, you're either going to prove yourself right, or you're going to bring them on board, right? But also taking risks is having confidence in yourself. And I see with so many women, and I fall into this trap still today, is having those voices in our head saying, oh, I'm not ready for this. Oh, I need more experience. Oh, when are they going to figure out I'm not right for this? Believe in yourself and have that confidence. And that goes with having a network. And to me, that's about not that networking's a dirty word. It's about having relationships that really count in your success. And by that, I mean mentors, which are great to give you advice, but most importantly, especially for women, are sponsors, people who are going to advocate for you, even behind closed doors. Someone very successful on Wall Street said, everything important in your career happens when you're not in the room. And I do think that's important to keep in mind. So if you have those relationships internally and externally with mentors and sponsors especially, it will foster your confidence. When you know someone has your back, you're more likely to feel good about taking that risk. And so taking risks and having the right relationships to succeed, to me, are the two key things.